Hey everyone, how's everybody doing? How is everyone on this lovely, it's quarantine, I don't know what day it is, Thursday afternoon. Hey Joe, how is everyone doing? I'm gonna let everybody join on, give them a few minutes. All right, Cord, I see you. How's everybody's afternoon going? Oh, working out. Okay, you go, girl. I do not have the want in this house right now. These little children. How is everyone? Hi, Stacy, Amber. Emily and all the rest of the Neltex, just go ahead and check in. You don't have to stay on this live very long. We'll get started here in a couple minutes, but that just allows you to be checked in for roll call. So I guess there's nothing to lose there. Just gonna give everybody a few minutes. But yeah, Jasmine, Emily, if y'all just hit the first initial roll call, y'all will be perfectly fine because I'm pretty sure the other instructors know we are, y'all have a totally different assignment that y'all are emailing to me. Yes, Brianna, we'll need a little, Quillanique, okay. So y'all have a different assignment. Y'all will need you will need pen and paper. These are notes that you are taking on your own. This is just some things. Yes. Yes. Y'all are just sending me the video of your leg massage. And then that's it. Hey, Destiny. So yeah, y'all just have that separate assignment. And then here in a few, we're gonna go over state board for cosmetologists and estheticians. The Cosmo basically has most of what the estheticians have to do. Estheticians is just separated a little differently. How long does this video need to be? Destiny, you're on Neltec, so you're with me. Like I said, we're just gonna wait for a few more people to jump on, answer any questions that you have at the beginning. What time do we need to send it in? You need to send it in by 4. Can we text instead of email? That attachments were too long for them. Yes, Destiny. I got your video to who you were supposed to send it to yesterday, so therefore you were counted. But yeah, if you are having trouble sending, okay. So if you're having any trouble sending any of the videos that we are assigning to y'all, just text them to me and I'll send them to the appropriate instructor, because I know not all the instructors want their numbers out there. Yes, Elizabeth, you can log out. You don't have to wait a minute. You're perfectly fine. You're counted. But yeah, so like I was saying, I know Brenna, you had trouble. Some other students did have trouble emailing, and it's perfectly fine to text it to me, and I'll just send it to the appropriate instructor. No, you do not have to send in another video. That's just for the nail text. This video is going to be for the facial portion of State Board. Bye, Elizabeth. Have an amazing day. Y'all will have to be back for the next live. But yeah, if you have any trouble, don't hesitate to text me. I may not get back to you because you have to also understand everybody else is having technical difficulties. So I have quite a few text messages. Don't hesitate. It just might take me a minute to get to you. No problem, guys. But yeah, don't forget now. Wait, okay, so now text. Just do the live video. Yeah. So yeah, y'all are just doing the live video. So if you are a nail tech, you are doing the leg video. If you are a cosmetologist or an esthetician, you are doing this live with me. We're going to be going over the facial portion of State Board, and some like tips and tricks that'll help you pass that portion. I just need the leg video from the nail techs and just basically their understanding of the leg massage or the massages that they're doing and the movements they're doing. No problem, Taylor. All right. So, what I'll be doing in this live today. Hi, Jasmine. We're going to be doing the massage movements for State Board. So that's the cosmetologist and the estheticians. So I want you to also understand and grasp that this is not something that you would technically do on a regular facial. This is something that is just purely for State Board. These movements are this one time that you are going to do this in this order, and making sure that you understand that this is not a relaxing massage. This is not something that you want to do on your clients 5 days a week for 8 hours a day. This is one time only. You are going to, y'all are going to do this literally just the times that you are running through State Board, and then of course the time that you have to do it at State Board. Also, I know we had a couple graduates, or we have some that are going to graduate before we are back. Be on the lookout for PSI. PSI right now is not scheduling until I believe May 4th. So just be on the lookout on that. It's better to schedule it and then have to reschedule it than having to wait for the backlog. So as of right now, we don't really know. We're supposed to be back around, the ban is lifted as of right now in April, at the end of April, but we're not sure when we will be back. That's the only hard part. But as of right now, we're looking to be able to come back around May. We may not be able to come back until a little bit after that, but we just have to pay attention to that. But as of right now, I believe we're doing this through the rest of April. So again, these manipulations are going to be one time and one time only. So as well as going through this, I'm going to show the Cosmo facial, and then I'm going to also break it down for the estheticians because theirs is a little bit different. So that way it's a good run through for the cosmetologists, but also the estheticians are seeing everything that they have to do as well. All right. So we'll do that first, and then we'll take a short break. And then when we get back, I'll go through and some helpful tips for State Board. Because I know State Board can be a little nerve-wracking. It can be kind of not scary, but it's just intimidating. It's something that y'all have never done before. I know it was a lot easier when I took mine. It wasn't easier, but it was a lot less stressful when I took mine because we still had models, and you can actually go and be someone's model and see what it was like in the actual testing facility. Now you don't have that luxury. You don't have, but that's also, can we talk about tomorrow's assignment too? We can probably do that after break. I'll take a look at that. But it was a lot less nerve-wracking when I took my test because you actually got to be someone's model. Now we don't have that. But it also is a good thing because you don't have to rely on a model. A lot of people had to reschedule. Because their models were not reliable. All right. So I do not have a cape. I am sorry for that. But I have some little makeshift things that we're going to get to go through. So, of course, you're going to have to drape her. We would already have her. The first thing you would do was the body draping, okay? Little ears. Trying to get this far enough back to where she has somewhat a forehead. Oh, she's about to go play ball. Okay. Sylvia, don't know. Horrible model. Horrible. So, when you're going through this, you want to make sure that one, your headband is on first. Obviously, that's going to be the easiest way to do this. And then two, your shampoo cap or your processing cap, whatever you would like to call it, is touching the headband and it's not touching her skin. Okay. Also understand that your mannequins have hair. Okay. Y'all are talking about the assignment. Okay. So your mannequins have hair. So you may want to either bring a clip to pin that up or kind of move it to the side. Okay. Either way, all of her hair has to be in the shampoo cap or the shower cap. Hold on, I'm moving my phone that way. I can't see these text messages because they're distracting me. So from there, I'm gonna go ahead and I have PSI's exam right in front of me. That is the best tool that you can ever use. They even have practice test on the written. So that's a wonderful tool. I also have some other study materials that y'all can look up that I found helpful when I was doing my written. The small book that you get in your kit is an amazing tool. You need to use that tool. You need to look up on PSI, and I'll put the website up here in a little bit. But they have a practice test, and they give you all of the information that you need as far as your written and your practical. Okay. So for the cosmetologist, after your eyelash strip, you're going to have your facial. And so what it's saying is the next section is the facial service. And you're going to perform a basic facial, demonstrate massage manipulations. You have 17 minutes to complete the section. You have 9 minutes remaining. You may begin. So what they're looking for is one, that you sanitize your hands. So sanitize your hands. Selling for $30 now. I'm kidding. It's mine. So sanitize your hands. You're going to remove the makeup and lipstick. You're going to cleanse the face. You are going to remove the cleanser. You are going to apply massage cream. Oh, she bald. You're going to apply the massage cream. You're going to demonstrate effleurage. You're going to demonstrate petrissage, and you're going to demonstrate tapotement. You're going to remove the massage product, and then you're going to apply an astringent, toner, or freshener, and then you're going to apply moisturizer. So that is your procedure criteria. This is the actual motions that you're doing. Okay. Sorry, I'll slow down a little bit. I'm just reading through this right now. I'll show you the manipulations here in just a second. As far as safety criteria, you're going to properly dispose of your waste material. So you're going to throw everything in the trash bag as needed. You're going to ensure your workstation and area remain sanitary. So you're going to want to make sure that you're continuing to use your EPA and cleaning your station before and after every service. You're going to ensure the head drape is maintained throughout the service. So if this starts to slip back, you're going to want to fix that. Don't let this slip off the head and fly behind you and then try to keep moving. They're going to take off points. And it happened. The girl next to me, when I took my test, literally this bad boy slipped off and she did not pay attention to it anymore. And she literally, like, that girl. Yes, you can also print this off of the PSI website. And like I said earlier, I'll put the website up here in a little bit. So you're going to ensure the head drape is maintained throughout the service. You're going to replace contaminated items, and you're going to ensure that the containers remain closed. So when you open your container, just have regular lotion, sorry guys. But when you open your container, when you're done with it, you're going to want to make sure it's closed. Okay. You're going to make sure that your kit remains sanitary. So every single time that you open your kit, you're going to want to first sanitize your hands, reach into that, unzip that bag, reach into it, grab what you need, and zip it back up. Okay. If you do not close your kit every single time that you go through something and it's not closed, you're going to be losing points. And then, of course, you're going to avoid cross-contamination. So if there's anything that's in jars, you're going to have to make sure that you have multiple spatulas or popsicle sticks to remove the items. You cannot double dip during this, okay? And again, they're going to tell you when you have 9 minutes remaining. They're going to tell you to stop working. Please do not continue to work when they do say that candidates please stop working. There's nothing more frustrating to them than someone that continues to do that. One, because it's not necessary. If you don't make it to the end, you do not get your credit. So then they'll tell you all scoring has been completed. We will proceed to the next section of the examination, and therefore your exam is done. So remember, our first part of this is to sanitize and clean our hands. This is after, well, let me put her away. So, brand new. From a distance. We're going to sanitize our hands. I've already put on her drape, so therefore we're going to skip that step. It is a towel cape towel. Brianna, if you want me to, I'll text it to you. This is a towel cape towel procedure. So that's for both esthetician and cosmetologist. So what I mean is first you're going to put a towel around her neck, then a cape, then a towel again. Okay. And that being said, estheticians, y'all aren't really used to working with the actual capes itself, nor a mannequin like this on a mannequin stand. So when we do get back to school, we do have that in the back area, and y'all are more than welcome to practice using that. I recommend running through state board at least 2 times before you actually go to board. And that being said, you want to make sure that you're doing it proficiently and you're actually going through each step like you would actually go through state board. It's even better to have someone with you, like what me and the estheticians were doing right before all of this broke out is we actually went over state board and everybody was going to start doing their run-throughs, and it was going to be one at a time. Every single person was going to go through it. So I recommend just pairing up with somebody and switching off like that. So she is draped. So now we are going to remove the makeup. I've got some cotton rounds right here. I have what I have. This is antiseptic. So we are going. So I know y'all have gone over this with Alana at the South School and with me and the other instructors at the North School. So when you're doing the eye area, do we go inwards or do we do outwards? I'm going to wait for y'all to answer that. So on the eye area, do we go out to in or in to out? Onwards. Well, technically that's a yes, but perfect. So we're taking it and we're going inside to out. So we are going out. Okay. You're going to have 2 cotton rounds. I'm sorry if it's blurry, guys. So we are going out or into out and then into out. Okay. We are going to throw that away. And then I'm going to get another cotton round. And I'm going to put more makeup remover on. And then for the lips, are we going out to in or are we going in to out? I gotta keep y'all entertained. I gotta keep y'all on your toes. So for the lip area, are we going out to in or are we going in to out? Perfect. So we're going, and you just kind of take it around your finger and you into out, into out. Okay. So now that we have removed her makeup, we're now going to cleanse the face. So anything, all right. So yeah, I just wanted to see if everybody would pay attention to it. So for your rude. For your cleanser, you're going to want to make sure what I was saying before that is everything in those bottles does not have to be cleanser. It just needs to be marked as cleanser. So you can use Pond's cold cream. I've known some people use lotion. It just depends, but you have to mark it as cleanser. Okay. So when we apply, we are going to apply the jawline up to the cheek, down the nose, and then across the forehead. And guys, just like when I taught y'all facials, we're going to make sure that we're going through the motions like you would. This just has to be quicker. Okay. It's not a relaxation massage. It's just to make sure that you're getting it clean. Okay. And I recommend going through everything twice. And that's just so they see that you are doing this and they can't count off for that. They can't say that you did not do something. Okay. So it's just a quick and easy little cleanser. Anybody have any questions? Anybody? It's literally that simple. You're just going through and trying to put in space as best as possible. Any questions? All right. So when we're moving, we're going into out. She looks so peaceful. All right. So, oh, she was dirty. She needed the cleanser. She was actually really dirty. Guys, what did y'all do to her at school? Okay. So for this portion, yes, it does typically take right around 15 to 17 minutes. You can be done a little quicker. It just depends. So like for me right now, it's going to look like this is taking forever because I'm having to go um, through each step and kind of talk you through it. But typically it's right around 15 minutes. Emily, your skin doesn't love anything. All right, so now we have the massage portion. So we're going to pretend like this is a different bottle. And I'm going to, from a distance, get massage cream out. Because, Lauren, you have to think about you're having to drape everything. You're also having to undrape everything. So it's going to take a little bit longer. But, so then from there, we're doing our massage technique. So you're going to have to apply massage cream just like you just applied cleanser, okay? So then from there, we're going to do effleurage. So what is effleurage? What kind of motion as I'm doing it? It's nice fluid motion. Give me something, peeps. Give me something. What is this? A nice stroking motion. Thank you. Stroking, fluid, feathering motions. Okay. So you're going to want to position your body in a way, there's going to be a mirror in front of you. You're going to want to position your body in a way where they can see you. Okay. You can look in the mirror and see where they are, and you can kind of see if they're able to see your body. Reason being is because they want to see these three motions. They want to see effleurage, petrissage, and tapotement. Okay. Um, so in doing that, um, positioning your body, it's going to assure you that they saw you. So from here, we're going to do this. And what is this kind of motion? The kneading motion. Perfect. We're not tapping. We're not tapping. Yes, we're kneading. So petrissage. Yes, correct. So we're going to, you can even petrissage. It's kind of harder on the mannequins because they don't have a skin that kind of gives. So, not that a skin that kind of gives, it doesn't give at all. It's just nice plastic. So you can even do some petrissage here. You can even do motions where you're doing effleurage up the face. You can do circular motions on the forehead. And then you can do tapotement kind of in this area up into the forehead. And so tapotement is what kind of motion? Touche, she never ages. So What is Tapotement again? I feel like it's your fingers. Perfect. So Tapotement is tapping, not trapping. Totally different. Percussion. Yes. All right. So like I said earlier, you're going to want to go through this probably 2-3 times just to make sure, because these are literally basically 4 points on your massage portion. You want to assure yourself that they are seeing these movements. So again, I'm going to go through. We're going to do effleurage, petrissage, and do effleurage again, and then slide up, Tapotement, and then for state board, I recommend having a towel because all this product's going to make your hands slimy. And as a sensory person, I am not okay. All right, so we're going to remove. And when we remove, which direction do we go? Which direction do we go? All right, so we're going outward. We're going center to out, and we are doing upward motions. Yes. The only time that you technically go down is around the forehead, and it's really just an outward motion, but that's just how the curvature of the face is. Okay. Any questions to this point? So you're going to need 2 towels. This is what I recommend, no matter if who packs your bag. If you do it yourself or you have someone pack it, you are going to want to pack 2 towels for your draping. Okay. So again, that's 2 towels for your draping. And then I recommend doing 1 towel for your hands. The reason why I say 1 towel for your hands, here, okay. The reason why I say 1 for your hands is because it's just too, once you have all this lotion and material on your hands constantly, there's a lot of slip to it. And you want to wipe that slip off. Okay. So we've demonstrated effleurage, petrissage, and tapotement, and we've removed the massage cream. So now we're going to apply astringent or toner. So the 2 ways that you can apply an astringent or toner is, sorry, you can do the roll and pat method, or you can cover the eyes and nose area and then spray. Okay. I don't have spray toner with me. Oh, I really do. But where is she? You know what? No, I'm not trying to find that right now. All right. So even with this, from a distance, okay, and the roll and pat motion is literally what it is. It's pat. You're just rolling and patting. Okay. And that's just blotting the astringent into the face. Okay. So does anybody have questions about that? Anybody got questions? I'm here to answer questions. And for my people that are late, it's perfectly fine to be late. We're glad that you came. All right. So then from there, what we're doing is we're applying a moisturizer, okay? So I applied a little bit. Why not rub? You don't want to rub because it's pulling and dragging the skin. That's why we do the roll pat. You would cover it with either a 4x4 or a cotton wrap. Hold on. So if you're using cotton rounds, you would literally just kind of, and then spray from a distance. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. So we're going to get moisturizer. Not like I don't have enough on my hands already. And this is just applying to the face. There's no massage techniques that you need. You're just applying. All right. So then from there, you're going to clean up your area and you will raise your hand. Okay. That means throwing everything away and then raising your hand. Anybody have questions on the cosmetology portion of the facial exam? All right. So for my estheticians, I know there's probably just as many of y'all as there is cosmetologists at this point. Got a lot of them babies. Yeah, I know. There's 61 people in here. I only got 14 likes. How crappy is that? How long is this section? It's 17 minutes. Okay. So for my my estheticians, we technically already have a girl draped, and y'all are also using the towel cape towel method as well, just so y'all know. So from there, the first portion, ours is separated into different steps. So the estheticians, this is where y'all need to pay attention because this is basically your so you have 14 minutes to do the cleansing. So for y'all, you'll have to sanitize your hands just like the cosmetologist. We're removing makeup and lipstick just like the cosmetologist, cleansing the face and removing the cleansing cream just like the cosmetologist. Everything's pretty much, yes, you need this draping as well. Great question, Amber. So when we're going through this, it's the exact same. Y'all just actually have a longer period of time to do what you need to do. So I've draped her. Going to sanitize my hands. This is just able for the cosmetologist to actually see this kind of broken down into step by step. Going to get some cleansing cream, aka Beautiful Day lotion today. I don't even know where that lotion came from. So for the cleansing cream, you can use Pond's cold cream. You can use, I know people that have used lotion. It's anything as long as it has the label of cleanser. That's the main thing. It just has to have the label cleanser. All right. So again, Cosmos, this is just going to help you kind of absorb those steps because this is a little bit slower process. So when we are cleansing, we've sanitized our hands. We have, I skipped something. I'm just going to put these up here just I don't have to keep grabbing them. But we are going to remove makeup. So I'm going to get 2 little cotton rounds. We're going to put a little product on there. And again, like we said earlier, again, girls, it's just the same as the cosmetologist. No problem, Crystal, as long as you're trying to participate as much as you can. All right, so we are going to go in, out. All right, so again, that motion is kind of like a scoop. So you kind of come up to this bone right here, well, this plastic on here and out, okay? Throw those away. And we are going to get another cotton round with some remover, and we are going out, flip over, and out, okay? So again, same steps. We just have a little extra step, and it's our next step. So we are going to do a spread just like the last time. And we are just cleansing the face. No problem, as long as you're paying attention, we're perfectly fine. I love participation, but I understand. Yes, this is for state board. All right. We're going to do an outer cheek cleanse, then the inner cheek cleanse. Y'all know these steps. Around the eyes, temples. And because you'll have such a lengthy amount of time to just do a cleanser, I would run through it again 2 or 3 times. Y'all basically have the same amount of time to do the cleanser as a cosmetologist has to do the entire facial. I know, it's a little angry over here too. If I lose power, I mean not power, but if I lose connection, I will be back on. I will make it work. We'll figure it out. All right. So again, we're removing. No problem, Carson. You are at the perfect time because this is for your state board. Sorry, I got here. Okay, we removed. Then y'all raise y'all's hands and y'all are done. Okay. So we've removed, now y'all are done. So y'all's next portion is our steaming portion. And so you're gonna properly dispose of, you're gonna prepare the towel for service and you're going to drape the towel over the face. For this portion, no, we are not wearing gloves. So like we've talked about before, you want to come with a I'm not gonna say the M word, a dampened towel. I feel like dampen's just bad. So your towel is going to be you're gonna want to have like a water bottle with you in your car, have your towel in a different baggie, put water on this bad boy like right before you go in, wring her out. Obviously it would not be like this, but you're gonna wring her out and then put her in your bag, okay? And you will also have a bowl. I'm gonna just go ahead and pull this up real quick. It's been hot for the most part. Oh yeah, I forget Amber, you're not with us. Okay, so we have our roll towel. You're gonna have a bowl. You're going to pretend to squeeze it out. Remember, you've already got as much moisture as you can out in the parking lot. So we're going to bring our towel. You are going to open it up. We're going to pretend like this bad boy came straight out of the towel caddy. We're going to test on the wrist. Okay? And then from there, you are going to apply, making sure that her nose is still out and she can still breathe. Okay? Remember, no suffocation for our clients, even if they're plastic. Estheticians know where that's from. All right, so when we come out, we are literally letting her breathe again. You want to make sure you do not touch your draping here, okay? So when you're doing this, you want to exaggerate it. You want to exaggerate coming out, and lifting off, and then tossing the steam towel away. Okay? Any questions so far, esthetician? Sorry, she has like fuzz from the little cotton rounds. If y'all have any questions, just let me know. So, yes, so for estheticians, this is the step after cleansing. It's broken down. Literally, cleansing is for 14 minutes, steaming is for 7 minutes, massage is broken down to 17 minutes, and then your mask and moisturizing service is broken down into another 17 minutes. So where the cosmetologist had all their tests for the facial portion crammed into 17 minutes, we have I believe, let me double check, but it is an hour and 55 minutes. So on their test for the aesthetic portion, so they have to wax and they have to do the eyelash strip just like estheticians, but their test for that portion is maybe 45 minutes to an hour, where our whole test is an hour and 55 minutes, but it's broken down. Each step is broken down into anywhere between 7 to 17 minutes. All right. So from there, our next portion is the massage portion, and it has 17 minutes. You're going to sanitize your hands. You're going to apply massage cream. You're going to demonstrate effleurage, petrissage, and depotment, just like the cosmetologist, and then you remove the massage product. So we have the luxury of kind of doing those manipulations multiple times, where they only have the time to kind of do it 2 or 3 times. You can run through it 3, 4 times in that 17-minute period. I recommend doing it quite a few times just to make sure that you are being seen, because that's the biggest portion of this, is making sure that you're putting your body in a way where they can see you. Okay, whether it might be a little weird where you're kind of doing this motion for a little bit and your kind of arms are kind of flying away. I don't know. But okay, so I'm going to sanitize my hands. We're gonna pretend that, because I'm not even sure if I can get it open at this point. All right, we are going to get some massage cream out. My hands have never been so moisturized my entire life. All right, so we're going to apply the massage cream. I feel like it's that little kid where she like lifts her sister up by her head. Okay. All right, so we are going to apply massage cream, and we are going to do light feathering motions. From there, we're going to do petrissage. And again, you can bring that up the face into the cheekbone area. It's just mainly showing that you have done all three. You can, again, go back into effleurage. Yeah, Texas weather is very bipolar. All right. So then from there, we're going to go up and we can do circular motions on the forehead. And then tapping. Open. All right. So again, for that service, you're going to want to do it 3-4 times just to make sure that you're positioning your body to where they can see you doing the manipulations, okay? Do you want me to run through that one more time? I'm here for it. All right, well, effleurage, petrissage. You can bring it up the face. So when you are testing, hold on, let me block this person because I can already see this is going to be a problem. Hold on. Yeah, you can watch, but you can't comment. Have fun with that. I know, she looks so peaceful. So when you're taking your test, you can have anywhere between just you and up to, I believe the limit is 12. The only thing that's making this hard is her t-test. All right. So when I'm going through this again, effleurage, petrissage, and we can do petrissage up the face. We're going to do effleurage again, which is the nice stroking, feathering motions. Okay. I'm going to glide up and I'm going to do those motions on the forehead. Nice small circular motions. Be safe. And then tapotement. And you can do tapotement, tapping, percussion, whatever you would like to call it. You can do that around the face. And then you are going to remove the product. So again, girl, your hair is in my way and you ain't got any. All right. It definitely varies. So it can be just you in the room, it can be you and 11 other people, and it can be any variety in between. So it just kind of depends. All right. So now that she's all greased up, our next portion is the I'm sorry if it's cutting out. I don't mean to. All right, so our next one is going to be a mask and packing service. This is going to have to be my fan brush today. Here we are. All right, so when we're masking and moisturizing, I know she's asleep. Thanks, David. I don't know who you are, but guess what? You're about to be on the same wavelength as homeboy from before. See ya. Okay, so Victoria, before I get to math and packing, I'm just going to go ahead and answer your question. So the difference between your test and the esthetician test is the fact that their test is broken down into multiple parts. So the cleanser is one section. The mask is one section, or not the mask. So the cleanser, the massage, the eye makeup remover, the astringent, and the moisturizer, they're all separate parts in an hour and 50-minute test. Okay. Y'all don't have the steaming and y'all don't have the mask. Okay. So that portion you do not have to worry about. That's solely for estheticians. The part that y'all have to worry about is the eye makeup remover and the cleanser, the massage, the toning, and the moisturizer. That makes sense. I hope that kind of explained it. Y'all have 17 minutes to do that, so y'all don't have to worry about. Y'all need to worry about getting the manipulations in quicker. But you still have to do those steps in the correct order. Does that make sense? No problem. Hey, I'm getting rid of creepers. I'm not trying to play today. I don't have the time. We have a rainstorm. All right. So again, this portion is just for the estheticians. This is the mask and moisturizing services just for them. So again, we're going to sanitize our hands. Y'all will actually have a jar of a color mask. Sorry, I'm gone. Brain's gone today. So you will have a mask it cannot be clear. It has to be some type of color. Whether it be pink, green, orange, just make sure that it's kind of like more of a on the gel type consistency than a clay type consistency, simply because it's going to be too hard to remove in the time you have. You have 17 minutes for this, but if you are literally spending the whole time trying to remove the mask, you're not going to get through it. It's just not going to happen. So when I'm going to put her down because I need space. It's okay, Emily, if you get cut out, maybe you can watch it back later, or just try to stay on as long as possible. We understand stuff happens. We understand there's a storm rolling in. All right, so my dark one is going to be my spatula. So we are going to take out of the little canister, we're going to put the mask on the back of our hands. We're going to throw that away. And then we are going to take our fan brush. Sorry, guys. There's things I have at home and there's things I can't find right now. And Cynthia fell. All right. So we are going to take the mask off the back of our hands and we are going to do upward and outward. So we're going from center out, center out, center out. On the other side, center out, center out, center out, down the nose, and then around the forehead and around the forehead. Does that make sense? Asking for a friend. Cynthia, does that make sense? All right. So you can let that sit for just a second, like it would be an actual mask. And then again, you just have to remove. And that is center out, center out, center out, center out. From there, you are going to apply, just like the cosmetologist, you need to apply astringent or toner or freshener, not Febreze. I mean, I guess if you labeled it toner, I guess you could. Whatever. Cynthia. All right. So we're going to roll and blot thy skin. Yeah. Febreze. Yeah. I'm telling you. Aerosol can, I guess, they can't count on for it if it's labeled toner. I don't recommend doing that though. All right. So just a little moisturizer. All right. And we are just going to apply to the face just like what we did with the cosmetologist. There's no rhyme or reason. We're just applying. Just remember that we're going center out and we're doing upward motions. Okay? Does anybody have any questions? Any questions on any of this? From start to beginning, I will answer all of them right now. Yes, so the roll and blot is literally just rolling and blotting. You do not want to rub. What's your question, Marie? Let me know. I'm here to answer them. Thank you, Miranda. For the massage portion, do you use cotton round to remove the lotion afterwards? You use cotton round or 4x4? How long do you leave the mask on? Just a few seconds. It does not have to be long at all. Just wondering if we use Babosum. Joelle, the cosmetologists do not raise their hands between each step, just when you're completely done. Yes, Allie, I totally recommend coming in and practicing. We did not get that practice like we should have. Corona or Carol Baskin, whichever one you want to blame at this point. Hold on. Yes, so mask, astringent, and the moisturizer all in one. As far as the eyelash service goes, there's really You need to sanitize between, well, Faith, if you are a cosmetologist, you want to, no, Faith, you're an esthetician. You need to sanitize your hands before each step. So each bag, you need to sanitize your hands. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I try to look it up, Vicky, and I can't figure it out. If it's like a steam machine, we don't use one in State Board. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because every time I pull it up, that's what comes up is a steaming machine. So if it's a steamer, then no. And this is in a language that I don't even know. Okay, perfect. It's a machine, then no. No, there's no, oh, sorry. Yeah, if it's a machine, then we don't use it during State Board. All right, so we're gonna take a short break. Let's meet back up at, yeah, no. We would not use one during State Board. So we're gonna meet back up. Let's do 3:20, just so y'all have a good easy break. Take a minute. Hey Maria and Katie. We look alike though, me and Molly. We look similar. We don't look perfectly alike. So again, 3:20, be back. I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks for State Board, both written and practical, just so y'all will, no problem, Marie. Hey, we get mixed up all the time. So again, 3:20, be back. I'll give y'all some tips and tricks for both the written and practical for State Board. Okay? I will see y'all here soon. You'll just see me sitting here, but you will not hear anything. Sorry. Kimberly, no need to do roll call just yet. We're not toward the end. Hey. All right. I'm gonna wait for everybody to get back. Try to dry out my hands a little bit. That was a lot of lotion. I don't know if that's thunder or if it's kids tearing at my house at this point. I literally don't know yet. When the live is over, I guess we'll find out. Okay, so there's a few things that will help you with stay bored. So let's talk about our written first. So your resources are going to be, and I'll put these in the Facebook group just so it's a little bit easier and you can just click on the link and go. But the first one's going to be PSI exams. Okay, PSI exams is where it's going to be the easiest to find material that will help you with your written. Okay, so they even have practice tests. I think there's some that you can take for free, and there's some that you can take that you have to pay for to take. It just depends on, I guess, your personal preference and how serious you want to be on taking exams. Your next one is going to be TDLR Texas.gov. And what you're going to find on TDLR, if you do not have your handbook that was sent to you in the mail, or should have been sent to you in the mail when you signed up, so my new people, you are not going to have this yet. It takes quite a bit of time to get it in the mail. What was it again? This one is tdlr.texas.gov. And again, I'll put these in the, sorry, I think this might be blocking it. Blocking you from being able to hear me. This is tdlr.texas.gov. So that's going to be able to get you that handbook. I literally got mine after I was licensed and probably 3 months after I was working. You have to literally harass them and call them. But right now, I don't think they're going to send you out anything. Yeah, so what you're going to want to do is make sure not harass them. Like that was a little extreme. But if you call them and tell them that you haven't received it, you've been in school this long, they'll resend one. And if you don't get it again, you can find it online. Perfect, Faith. All right. Exactly. So if you haven't, as long as you haven't changed their address since you enrolled in school, you're perfectly fine. I haven't gotten my books or anything. Taylor, you enrolled, didn't you enroll when? Hold on, I'm going to move it up here in just a second, Monica. You enrolled, hold on, I'm going to put this up here in just a second. But Taylor, you enrolled after we started the online learning. It's probably why you haven't got your books yet. You'll get them when we come back to class. All right. So for cosmetologists, that little small book that you get in your kit, yes, their number is on the website. The small books that you get in your kit, except for estheticians, but I hand out that material for you or to you for your state board, then I don't know. Taylor, we'll get it figured out. I don't know. I feel like I'm so out of touch with everybody because I don't remember anybody's start dates at this point. So the small exam books that you get in your kit, those are going to be very helpful. You can actually go online and then we'll get it figured out. You'll definitely get them when we get back. Okay. So again, the small books that you get in your kit, your notes from senior theory, and these live videos. So those are going to be where you're going to get the most information for your written state board. I feel like let me start cutting out here in a minute. Okay, so again, for state board, you need to figure out, or you need psiexams.org. It'll be TDLR in case you haven't got the book through the mail. There you go, too. You are. Here we go. Okay, well, also, I'm going to set up a date, one day for the North School students and one day for the South School students. South School students asked me first, so I'll probably set that date up with them next week to come and get their books from the school. That way you have them at home. Okay? I just have to text a couple people to figure that one out. So PSI exams, TDLR, your small book that you get in your kit. I would only highlight the correct answers and write them down. Depends on what kind of learner you are. But I know personally for me, I had to write them down, and that's how I retain the information. But I'm also someone that has to cram everything. So I'm also someone that has to cram everything. So I had to cram everything like literally like 2 days before. The main subjects in the written. Oh, okay, Kayla. Jasmine, text me and we'll figure it out. So again, your resources are PSI exams, TDLR, the small book that comes in your kit, and your notes from senior theory and these live classes. As far as your practical goes, yeah, I'll let y'all know. I'll send everybody either an email or a text message because I know some people don't get the text messages. Most people get the emails. A lot of people don't get the text, or some people don't get the text message. So we'll figure that one out. So when we're talking about our practical for state board, you want to actually remember to close your bag. And I already went through this, but making sure you close your bag when you are in your test. Okay. Remember that is at least 1 point every single time you do not close it that they're taking off. And every point counts at in some way or another. Because let's say you're not strong in one area and you need that point to make sure that you are going to be okay. Like, just every point possible, obviously, is so important. So remember to close your bag or your container that you're bringing your kit in when you go to state board. The second one is throw everything away. So obviously throw everything away besides the stuff that stays on your station the entire time. So like your EPA, your water bottle, your an extra blood spill bag, a hand sanitizer, paper towels, that stays. Okay. Yes, Christy, you don't have any supplies yet. When we get back, you'll probably have your supplies. If not, it'll be like it just depends on when they're shipped out. And like how much time you put in. So just depends on when we get back. So again, throwing everything away except for what's in that first bag. Okay. If it doesn't pertain to anything else that's going on in your like your draping for the estheticians, your draping stays on, okay? But everything else gets thrown away. And you have to also remember when it's the proper time to remove that drape. The third thing is sanitize, sanitize, sanitize. You cannot over sanitize your hands. Well, for state board, your hands might feel like complete and utter crap at the end, but you cannot sanitize enough. Okay? So sanitize, sanitize, sanitize. Sanitize before and after every single service. Whether you feel like you didn't do a whole lot and it's still clean, still sanitize. Okay? That shows bad in my area. My video isn't working. Oh no, losing connection. Okay, well, it's about to be a party. So sanitize, sanitize, sanitize. The fourth one would be your setup. So set up as much as you can. So that's taking your bag and making sure everything is placed to where you can get it. That way you're not fumbling over everything. You're not knocking things out or not knocking things off your station that you need. Yes, thank you, Alana. So remember that way you're not knocking everything over. You want to set up as much as possible. You want to have a clean, organized area. That way when your instructor or when the proctor comes over and they're looking at you and they're making sure that you're doing what you need to do, you're not fumbling over everything. So organization is key during this. I know it's hard for some of my people out there to be organized because some of y'all are just little messy Susans. I don't know. But making sure that you set up and are organized is the key to that. Number 5, pack extra. So pack extra combs, clips, anything and everything that you can pack extra, pack extra. So again, combs, clips, even like the Sanex strips for your like your hair cutting service, and then your services that are entitled to a Sanex strip and a cape draping. Ariana. So again, pack extra. So when you're doing your run through, first of all, when you do your run through, do it. Don't worry about necessarily the time yet. Okay. So your first run through should be just getting the stuff down. Still time yourself, but go through the motions. Okay. So you're going to be timing yourself, but going through the motions. Okay. Don't worry about the time necessarily for state board. Okay. That's going to be with your first run through. Your second run through, before you do your second one, see the times that you have and see which ones you are too slow at. Okay. I can see you, Rihanna, and everybody's responding to you. So when you're doing before you do your second run through, focus on the things that you took too much time on. So the things that you were too slow at. Okay. So I can see you, Rihanna. So when you're working toward your second run through, focus on the things that you were slow at. So if you're slow at the chemical mockery portion, or if you're slow at the eyelash extension service, if you're slow at those services, focus on them, get faster at them, and then do your second run through. because that'll give you a more accurate reading of how you're going to be in state board. You're still going to be a little slower in state board, or you're going to be a little faster in state board because you're nervous. And that nervous energy is either going to make you run through everything super quickly, or it's going to make you slow down a little bit. So just making sure that you are getting your times down for state board. The seventh one is, again, I've already said it, but positioning to where they can see you. Okay? Maneuvering your body to where they can see you is the most important. If you are trying to cover, like, and make sure that they can't see what you're working on, they're, one, going to get frustrated, and two, they're not going to see everything that they need to see, and that you're going to get points taken off. That's just a guarantee. Again, so just position your body in a certain way to where they can see you and you're still able to work efficiently. Another one, I'm trying to think of something else. So when you're going through state board, being prepared is key. So packing efficiently, like doing your run-throughs is what's going to be the key to help you. So what I always recommend, and even when I was packing kits, what you do is you set up your kit to where you, from beginning to end, it's in order. So all you have to do is reach in and grab what you need and then move on with your service, okay? There's nothing worse than taking extra time to figure out where your stuff is in your kit. You take the state board. You take the state board after, so you're a cosmetology student, I believe. So I believe you're Cosmo South. So what you do is you're going to go through your course. At 1,000 hours, you can take the state board written, and I would just go ahead and knock that out of the way. And then once you've taken your written, after you graduate, then you can take your practical. So for estheticians, you have to wait till you graduate, and then you take your written and then your practical after you've graduated. Okay? So again, packing efficiently and setting yourself up for success is the biggest thing that you can do. So when you're packing, pack everything in order. That way, when you're reaching into your bag, it's right there on top. You don't have to go through your bag, and then that makes you even more nervous. That makes you start fumbling over everything. No, you cannot take the written right now. They have canceled everything up until May. I think they still let you schedule it, but they're not having their test right now. Because I had a girl schedule her test twice during all of this, and they rescheduled both times, and so she's now scheduled out for May. So another tip would be to get your test done as soon as you graduate. Yes, you'll know the exact day when you take your test if you passed or not. The written, I believe you have up to an hour and a half. I believe you have up to 90 minutes. I finished my written in 15 because I was so nervous that I just like started clicking, and I was like, I failed. I know I failed. I was going through the little kiosk thing at the end, and I came out. She looked at me and she was like, okay, so that took you no time at all. And I was like, yeah, I know. The hardest part was I went with my sister-in-law. Well, she was my best friend at the time. She's my sister-in-law now. We went at the same time, and when I took my written, I was done in like 15 minutes. She took her written, and she took an hour. And so I was in the parking lot. She had my keys. I was just kind of sitting there like, cool. This was also in the middle of August, so it was hot outside. It was not fun. It was not a fun experience. So yeah, if you it's the same amount of questions either way, Zuli. The same amount of questions for everybody. Some I've heard, I think it's 75 questions. Let me double check that. They give you an hour and a half to finish. I'm just gonna go ahead and look up on KSI real quick. Yeah. So I believe it's 110 questions. I think estheticians it's 80. I think. It's all multiple choice. Nope, it's all mixed up into whatever questions they ask you. Do you have any questions that I feel like? Yeah. So, yeah, I took mine like literally 15 minutes because I got so nervous that I couldn't. At that point, I wasn't even really reading the questions. I was just kind of like, we'll see what happens. So, I have very, very bad test anxiety, but I'm also the person that, like, when I have anxiety, I don't show it because I just hold it all in, and then I couldn't even tell you what questions were on there. I think I remembered one question from there. It's probably the first one I answered, and then zoomed from there. But they will have questions that come from that handbook. Yeah, you can retake it as many times as you want. You just have to pay for the test. So okay, the people, the students that know me very well can pinpoint it. Like I have some girls that are like, okay, what's going on now? But um, but yeah, it's just mainly making sure. Ooh, test, I believe, was either 55 or 60, 52, 55, 56, something like that. Yeah, it's in my eyes. Um, Perfect. So Alana could not have said it better. For test anxiety, study beforehand, eat a good meal beforehand, before you go, use some essential oils. You definitely have it. Um, I know the practical was 75, but I don't remember how much the written was. Is the written 75 now? Who knows? We'll figure it out. Um, but again, I'll post in the Facebook group all the links, just that way you can click on them and go straight to them. Perfect. Perfect tablet. Tabitha. I was about to say tablet. Perfect. So they're $50. I know they're either like 50, 52, or 55. I cannot remember. 50 something. It's 50 something. Yes. Thunder's coming. So again, for your test, just making sure that you focus on what you're weaker at and the things that you kind of get more confused at. Yes. Yes, fully. Baldwin Beauty School group with an exclamation point. Don't forget that exclamation point because then you can't find it. I'm trying to think of what else. Does anybody have any other questions for their state board that they want to ask? Any other questions? Yeah, I need more likes. I need more. I'm greedy. Oh, perfect. What's the dress code? You have to have closed-toed shoes. That's the main one. Closed-toed shoes. I'll probably be sending it out here in just a few minutes. So closed-toed shoes for the dress code. And that's pretty much the majority of it. I have always told everybody that is asking about state board, this is not the day to make a statement, okay? This is not the day to come in and try to stand out, okay? They will look at you the whole entire time. You want to basically come in, I recommend just closed-toed shoes, um, pants, or non-see-through leggings, like the writing material for leggings, and then a shirt that does not draw attention. If that makes sense. Don't wear anything that's like, don't wear any jewelry that's going to fall off of you every 5 seconds and get you frustrated. Yeah, they will send you home. You can wear black scrubs. Perfect. Yes, Julie, I am. I'm going to turn this on for you. No, I don't believe so. Yes, so do not wear bright colors. You can wear your uniform. Well, no, because I don't think they allow any logos, and if you have a logo on your shirt, they may not let you wear that. I would just wear a plain black shirt. I would not wear jewelry at all. Cosmos, you can wear black scrubs if you want to. But again, I would just wear. I know. I know. I saw your video on Facebook. I love your jewelry, but can we have nails like acrylics? I would keep them short. In fact, for estheticians, it's best to keep them on the shorter side simply because you can be up in people's faces. I have not worn acrylics since I've been since I've taken over the esthetician program. And for my girls that have known me, the South School since day one, like Erica Inman, Alana, Alyssa Braniff, there's a Brenna. Y'all knew I was obsessed with my nails, and I haven't had them in almost 2 years. Yes, wear your hair up. Long nails will rip a glove. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend long nails. You can have them painted, but just make sure they're painted professionally, or not professionally, but they're not chipped. You want to make sure they look as clean as they know. See, Alyssa, you know, my long they know. See, Alyssa, you know, my long nails. I miss them so much. I thought about putting them on while I was in this quarantine, and then I'm like, no, when we get back, I can't do it. Yes, be as low key as possible. You want to make sure that you are, like I said, you are not making a statement. You are not standing out. I used to have really long nails, like, and now I can't even imagine. And I really want to just put them on because quarantine. I feel like by the end of all of this, we're gonna be like, I know. What is the assignment after this? I'll be sitting it out here shortly. Probably as soon as I'm done with this live. Or I can't remember if I am allowed to send it out after this live or if I send it out closer to when y'all are on at 5. Whew, it's hot. But I'll double check now. Spending. I love a good theme. I love a good theme for nails. Okay, so just a few little things for reminders for my South School girls. We are going to be meeting up someday next week. I will let y'all know here shortly what day work. I'm going to try to get what day works best for all the people that are working. That way they can get their materials from the school. I know I can hear it outside, Gracie. South or North School girls, I will get with y'all on a day that y'all can come up. No, you do not have to turn in your notes, Ava. Um, so South School, I will be there next week. North School will probably do it the week after. I'm not 100% sure. I'll send it in the email, Christy. Again, for my little chitlins that need masks, just text me and let me know. Because I'm getting them together probably within the next couple days. And if it's just easier to meet y'all up there when we're going to the correct school, it's perfectly fine. It will not get thrown away. No, it won't get thrown away, babe. Okay. I still have it. It's in my house right now. Just because I don't want it out in the weather in my car. So there's that. All right. So again, mask for my BBs. I have a bunch of patterns, so I'll just bring a bunch of them up there when I meet y'all at the South School and the North School. Whoever needs them, I'll make sure you get them. I'm trying to think of what else. What other announcements? Brianna Sanchez, I am not sure. That's something that we'll have to figure out later. I believe if you started, I know we haven't got any books or kits in as of late because of all the stuff going on. So I'm gonna go with probably not. It will probably be there when we return. But again, if there's any chapters that you need from the books, I have no problem scanning them over to you. You just have to text me and ask me. I'm a resource. I just text back a little late because I got a lot of stuff going on, and I also got like 80 other people texting me at the same time. So there's the struggle. I know. Can't wait to just be 6 feet away from y'all. I miss y'all so much. I really do. How much are the masks? For students, they're free. I gotta make sure my little chitlins are safe. Yes. Yes, that's perfectly fine, Miranda. But yeah. I also have 2 designs. I have the ones that are square like this, or I have the ones that round out like this. So who knew I was domestic? Who knew? But I try. I really do. Because I really do care about y'all. I know sometimes. Um, Miranda, I'll let y'all know ASAP. I just have to kind of schedule out the days because I need to know um, what time would work best for everybody and if I have to be live that day. You are more than welcome for the demo. Again, this this video will be up for a while. So if you need to take any notes on it, go ahead and do so. You can rewatch the videos. Y'all are more than welcome. I miss y'all so much. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all to do final roll call, simply because it'll just help out Gracie and Joanna. I believe Joanna are taking roll. I know. And again, estheticians will be doing, when we get back, we'll be making sure that y'all get the run-throughs y'all need. Miss y'all. I'm gonna leave this running for a little bit. Let everybody log out. There's no reptile of the day. I mean, I could go pull another one, but I have a lot of lotion on my hands and I don't want to get it in their skin. You too. You have a great night. Remember, you will be tuning in for Alana at, I believe it's Alana. I know. Yeah, it's Alana at 5. Okay. So remember, or welcome, Maria. Oh, and I can see your comments. I'm glad that got figured out. All right. Bye, Amber. I miss my little babies. I miss y'all. Yeah. I miss the days of y'all asking me a million questions. Now it's just silence. Perfect. Yes, it is Alana at 5. I know. I do miss school. I miss being able to just like be around y'all. I miss you getting me lunch too, because you know what? Cooking lunch every day for everybody in here is not okay. I'm done with it. No, reptile lotion does not exist, but I cannot put my lotion that has a bunch of artificial fragrance on their skin. All right. Well, y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Remember to tune in for Alana at 5. Y'all have, like I said, y'all have an amazing, amazing day. Y'all have a nice little day tomorrow where you only have one live. Remember, we do not have anything going on Easter. So that's another something to remember. All right. Bye, y'all. I will see y'all in the next live. Bye, guys.